Hello, everyone. Another episode of PTSD Self-Healing Show. And I'm very honored to talk to Veronica Sanchez. She is an awakening teacher, spiritual awakening teacher. And today we have a very interesting topic about pineal gland. Right? Pineal gland activation.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And actually, to my research and understanding, there are lots of benefits of activation of this gland, like it can affect melatonin, cardiovascular health, female hormones, mood stabilization, cancer. So it's a really, really amazing and important gland in our body. So let's just learn how we can activate it and how we can use its benefits. Thank you so much, Veronica, for being here, and I'm ready to learn.
Yes, thank you, Pantia. Look, this is a very interesting topic. And you can say pineal gland or pineal gland. I use pineal gland because it's closer to Spanish, so it's easier for me. Look, the pineal gland. It wasn't of importance until the space race began, when astronauts went to the moon, and doctors, they wanted to help astronauts to adapt to zero gravity, and they studied the human body. And when they arrived to the pineal gland, they were very surprised with the findings. And the pineal gland produces melatonin, produces serotonin during the day, is associated with other hormone productions. But melatonin is the one that it's really the one that helps us in a lot of things, because melatonin regulates our sleeping cycle, for example. So it helps us to sleep better when we have a normal amount of melatonin in our bloodstream. We sleep well, right? And then the other thing is that melatonin helps us with our health. It improves our immune system. And the other thing is that this melatonin produced by the pineal gland, it helps us with rejuvenation, because it acts on free radicals. And free radicals are these compounds that are in charge of the oxidation of our bodies. So this melatonin goes through our body, and it's like a free radical scavenger. And it goes and eats these free radicals. So we rejuvenate. So this is really good. This is really, really good.
Yes.
There is a lot of really physical functions that are really important for our bodies. Now, I have to say, I'm not a doctor. I'm just an instructor of a method that works with pineal gland activation. But of course, to teach this method, I have to know all these things, right?
So even if I'm not a doctor, but working with my fertility clients, I know melatonin is really important for fertility. So that's why for me it's important to know about that, especially when you know pineal gland even itself can affect your hormones.
Absolutely. It can affect everything. There are many studies done lately on that, right? Especially in relation with sleeping. When we sleep well, everything it's fine. And our day is better. When we are deprived of sleep, is the opposite. and it affects our whole health. Yeah. Then the other thing that happens with pineal gland activation is that there is a current going between our two hemispheres. Yeah. And this current is associated with creativity. And when the pineal gland is activated, this creativity gets enhanced, because it's like we get an injection of high voltage, we could say. Yeah. Like a little bit of more electricity, we could say, or current. And we get more creative, we have better ideas, we make better decisions, which is really, really important too. Yeah. So all these benefits are associated with pineal gland, but there is also another thing that has to be more with the energetic part of activating the pineal gland, like we could say the spiritual part of activating the pineal gland, and that's what I work with. I mean, all these benefits are like a byproduct of the pineal gland activation. Because what it does is that it powers levels of happiness and balance, and it has to be with our body too. Yeah, when our body is functioning well, we are sleeping well, we feel younger, our immune system is okay, we are happier. But also the pineal gland is known in all the spiritual schools as the third eye. Yeah. And it was defined by, for example, René Descartes, the great philosopher. It was defined by him as the seat of the soul. So the pineal gland is the seat of the soul. Yeah. And when we activate this power, is that we open a door. It's like for us opening a door and connecting an antenna to higher realms of consciousness. Yeah. I don't know if I'm making myself clear.
Yes, I understand what you mean. Yes, exactly. So, can you just give me some story of your life? How did you end up to be spiritual awakening teacher, and how could you be familiar with this method of activation?
Yeah. Look, I am actually a teacher, grammar and literature in Spanish teacher, and I would say about 10 years ago, I decided to change a little bit my career and go into holistic therapies and medicines and all that. Yeah. And I started with Bach flowers, with the Bach flower essences. Yeah. I started with that. And then I discovered the world of vibration. Yeah. The world of all these things that vibrate that we don't see. And when I was doing that, living in my country in Chile, but I was going to move to Australia because my husband is Australian, and because of work we have to move. But before that, a friend lent me a book, and this book was about the pineal gland and was written by Fresia Castro. Fresia is a spiritual leader and is the creator of the Cyclopea Method of internal activation of the pineal gland. That's the method that I teach now. But at that moment, I only read the book. Yeah. And I was, really fascinated by this when I read this book. It's like, oh my God, this is so good. Yeah. But I was traveling to Australia, so I didn't have the opportunity to attend any seminar or anything. So I had to wait 1 year. And when I waited after that year, I went to Chile on holidays. And I attended the seminar, the same seminar that I now teach as a participant. Yeah. And then when I was there, I realized, this is what I want to do the rest of my life. I mean, in that seminar, just with the book, with all my research, when I was there and I attended, I said, this is what I want to do. It was like a I don't know, some people call it epiphany. I don't know. I didn't feel it like that. It was like certainty. That's it. Yeah. And I started traveling, coming and going from Chile, many trips, and taking advanced courses, and going to retreats and all that. And then I decided I want to be an instructor. And I became an instructor, and I translated with the help of a friend of mine, and she's also an instructor. We translated the whole seminar from Spanish into English.
Beautiful,
So
beautiful.
right now, I am currently I am the only person teaching this in English. Yeah, and it has been really transformative. I decided to do it because I saw immediate results in me when I activated this, because it opens a whole world, because it really, really shows you how to connect to source, the spirit, God, whatever, and in a straight connection. And then you can get that energy acting for us, acting for you here in this field, for you and with you. Yeah. And then you start producing results in your own body, in your own cells, and you start radiating this, because this is a radiant method. And you radiate because you are connected to the source. You learn how to activate your pineal gland. You light up that, and then you connect to the source. You get that energy, and and everything changes around you. And I noticed that because I started feeling a lot calmer than I used to be. I used to be a little bit more. I don't want to stereotype anyone, but to use the stereotypes, but a little bit more Latin in my ways, like very very energetic and all that. And I calmed down, and this was noticed by my husband. My husband said, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." Yeah.
It's good for the family.
For the family, because you approach to things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, we could say, from the point of view of the observer, and you receive all the benefits of the activation of the pineal gland, that are physical benefits, but also the spiritual benefits. And it's amazing. It's an amazing method. It has been around for 30 years. And it's very, very well known in Latin America, and in Central America especially, and now in the United States too. Yeah. And a lot of people practice this in Spain, for example, also. So it's around, but it wasn't translated into English. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. So I have a lot of questions from you. First of all, how can you uh, cure, I'm saying cure, PTSD with activation of pineal gland?
Look, because I am not a doctor, I cannot talk about curing, but we are creators.
Healing.
Healing. And when we are creators, yeah? And when we learn a way to create, and this is a way to create, because this is a creative method in that sense, in the sense that we are creators. And when we learn that, and when we learn how to connect to that energy and how to use it, then we start producing results in ourselves, like calmness, happiness. I have seen people very stressed, and they really, really calm down. I have seen people changing completely their way of seeing the world, from a negative point of view to a positive point of view. And I have seen this working in people with trauma and disease. Yeah, because they are willing to learn and practice something that is going to be beneficial for them. And look, in my own story, I changed completely my way of being, but also one of my children was very sick a few years ago. And practicing this, was something that really helped my child and helped us as a family. And that's a big motivation for me to teach this. Probably the biggest motivation, because I know it works. Now, everything is experience. People have to try it. People have to, be willing to go through the process of activating internally the pineal gland. This is done with your own creative commands. It is not done with music or sounds or whatever. Only music to like meditation music, we could say. And then you learn a way to do it even without music. Yeah, in 3 steps. It's something that you practice. It's a lifestyle of connection to the source permanently. And that gives you all the benefits because you start elevating your frequency. And when you elevate your frequency, you are able to tackle any trauma or anything that you have lived from that frequency.
Actually, you pointed very interesting factor, which I always recommend my clients. I'm a PTSD coach and fertility coach, so it works for both of them. I said you should have the energy of creation, especially for fertility, because you create another baby, another creation of you. So these are the method I always use. So I didn't know that's related to pineal gland, but I said as soon as you get to productivity level, your body understands should produce something. But when you are in a distress mode, you are very upset, disappointed, you never can create something great. So you should have that spirit of creation to be able to create something great.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, everything is creation in permanent manifestation. That's one of the sentences of Trecia Castro. Everything is creation in permanent manifestation. Whatever we do is a creation. What we are doing now with this interview is a creation. So everything is a creation. And if we don't believe that, we just, immediately go into a low mindset, right? And it has to be, everything is about creating what we want to live, and we have that power, but we give our power away to external things.
Exactly. We distract ourselves from the creation. And I re-engineer this model always. I said, whenever you are in a very bad mood, you need some distraction. So instead of having distract yourself to depressed mode, you can change it and reverse it to something creative. So start creating something, especially uh, journaling. You can do painting, whatever art, or is not only art. You may even a cooking. Creating a great food is creation, but there is a difference. Sometimes you just cook because you have to cook, but sometimes you do it from your heart, and then it's fantastic. Everybody look at it and taste it and enjoy it.
Exactly, exactly. And you said something very very interesting here that it reminds me to a concept that we teach during the seminar, during the method, and it's the power of attention. Yeah, the power of attention. Where our attention goes, our energy goes. We manifest our consciousness where our attention is, right? And if I all the time feeling I am all the time feeling pity for myself, or feeling in a low, always in a low mode, always stressed, always, and not doing anything about it. Yeah, I'm going to attune to that frequency. But if I am able to shift my attention and change it to journaling, to going out, to cooking, to whatever you are going to uh, shift your mode, your state of being. Yeah, it doesn't mean, because a lot of people confuse this with avoiding things, which is not. It's just getting out of that state, and then you can come back again and see it from another point of view. And for example, journaling, I think, is a great tool. A great tool. It helps a lot because you can revisit. Yeah. And then you say, okay, look, this is what I wrote, and what can I do about it? Right? Or now I don't feel this way. Hmm? So
Yes.
it's
I need to add something here. You actually use this distraction mode sometime. I mean, not us, some people doing it with the smoking, alcohol, because they think that it can distract them from their current situation, from their depression. But this is very temporary because it just gives you some feeling of distraction and high. You get high because you want to be, shouldn't be there, you don't want to be there in that situation. Instead of having those distraction, you can have healthier distraction like journaling, or even, I'm saying, even watching a great movie which
absolutely.
inspire you, not the movie that decrease your energy level. So something that inspire you, something that give you great feeling, so it can use as distraction.
Exactly. It's just changing your attention to things that are going to uplift you. Yeah.
Yes,
And then you can come back and say, why I was feeling like this, maybe I can do this other thing, and find solutions, right? But if we dwell on negativity, that is what we're going to get into our lives, because this is frequencies. The universe moves in frequencies, is vibration. And if I am vibrating in low frequency, I will get those events all around me, in me and all around me. Yeah. But if I am
exactly.
vibrating in high frequency, I will get those events in me and around me too. Yeah. And who doesn't
Exactly.
want that?
Yes. So you said cyclopy method, is that the
Cyclopea method,
so,
cyclopea.
okay, what is this method exactly? What do you do
Yeah.
exactly?
So this method, as I said, was created by Fresia Castro. She's a very well-known spiritual leader in Latin America, and 30 years ago, and is about activating your pineal gland, your third eye, internally with your own creative commands, just following a sequence of an exercise, and opening yourself to the source. And is a method that we define as recovering our real origin and our real capacity as creators, right? And it's beautiful. It's really the seminar is a long. It's 2 long days. It's like 10 hours, yeah, in total, divided in 2 days. But it's beautiful. And this method starts with that, with the basic seminar, and then it has other courses and retreats and all that. But just activating your third eye, your pineal gland, through this seminar is going to give you a lot of benefits. Yeah. So what this does is giving you the benefits, the physical benefits of the activation, yeah, but also the spiritual benefits of the activation, with without anything external, without, we could
Mhm.
say, stimulation, because there is a lot of stimulation of pineal gland going around. When you
I see.
stimulate your pineal gland, you have to come back to that. You have to come back to that with
It's
the
temporary.
It's temporary. And with the
Yes.
activation, what you do is that you activate it and you practice an exercise every day. It's like meditation. Yeah, like meditation, you have to do meditation every day. Otherwise, it doesn't give you any benefit. Yeah, if you do it, I will do a meditation once a month.
Yeah,
It's
it should be very consistent. Yeah, I
consistent.
understand.
So it's beautiful in that sense that nothing external, and is you connecting to the source, God, spirit, great architect, origin, whatever you want to name this big unit field that we belong to. Yeah, that's the Cyclopea method. That's what we do within the method. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I love it. And but not only I love it, I have experienced this in me.
Yeah, it's great
Because
feeling.
experience, I just want to teach it.
So you have a book called The Positive Habits? Yes?
Yeah, that's because we're creators. It's called Positive Habits: 21 Words That Transform Your Life Daily. And this book is about the power of words. And I created this book because it accompanies a course that I teach, but also is the course in the book. About, I don't know, I think probably now like almost 4 years ago, I wrote an article because I write articles for magazines, and I wrote an article for an Spanish magazine. And this article was about words, and I invited the public to write 21 words that were uh, good for them, or they were important for them. And to my surprise, I got very, very good engagement with that, and people really loved it. And I said, well, there is something here, so I want to investigate more. So I decided to investigate into the power of words, and that's what I did. I investigated that, and I came up with a system of how to integrate in yourself words of high vibration that you can use all the time, and you discover your own words. Yeah, because I cannot tell you, okay, use the word peace.
Oh, sorry, I was mute. Give me some of these words.
For example, um, the word love. Yeah, the word resilience is a high vibration word. Yeah. Okay, look, I think my computer is running out of battery
No,
now.
we are almost finished.
Okay, yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, so it's it's all these words: resilience, peace, victory is a word that we have to really embrace, because it's this sense of, yes, I accomplished something. Yeah, so all these words that are high vibration for us. Maybe some words are not high vibration for you, but for other people they are. So it's a matter of discovering those. And words have a lot of power because they are vibration. They affect you. They affect your body, your brain waves. Yeah.
Yes, my daughter is in
Oh,
the room.
beautiful.
Okay, thank you so much, Veronica. I really enjoy that. And I have your website here. Hopefully people can access it and get your book and your coaching program. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Natia. Bye.